On April 12, 2021, a Reddit user posted a warning so specific, so unsettling, that most people ignored it. 5 days later, everything they described happened almost exactly as written. The post appeared quietly on Reddit's R-True Off My Chest subreddit at 2:17 a.m. No dramatic title, no sensational language, just 7 words. Please remember this post when it happens. The user's name was You Throwaway Forecast, a brand new account created less than an hour before the post went live. At first glance, the message looked like a rambling confession. The writer claimed they had information about an upcoming localized but violent event that would occur within a week. They refused to name the city directly, but offered clues, references to a river, a freight rail line, and a hospital built before 1970 with a blue exterior sign. They insisted they were not threatening anyone. They were warning people. What stood out most wasn't the content, but the tone. It wasn't frantic. It wasn't emotional. It read like a report. The user ended the post with a single request. When this is over, please check the date. I don't want credit. I want proof. Moderators quickly locked the thread, citing concerns about misinformation and public safety. Within hours, the post was buried, downvoted, archived, and forgotten. Almost. A few users saved screenshots, a few copied the text into private Discord servers, and a few commented on one specific detail that seemed unnecessary at the time. The author mentioned that sirens would fail for exactly 3 minutes. 4 days later, a small Twitter account resurfaced the screenshots. By then, the original Reddit account had already been deleted. The tweet didn't go viral immediately, but it caught the attention of amateur internet investigators, the kind of people who cross-reference timestamps, weather data, and municipal records for fun. They started pulling details from the post. The river matched 3 mid-sized U.S. cities. The hospital description narrowed it down to 1. Then came the most disturbing part. The Reddit user had listed a precise time window. Between 9:20 and 9:40 p.m. local time, there will be confusion before sound. No one knew what that meant. Some speculated it was a hoax. Others suggested it was a creative writing experiment. A few accused the author of trying to bait panic, but one detail made people uneasy. The post mentioned an emergency alert that would not be sent, followed by sirens restarting out of sync. That's not the kind of thing people usually invent. By the 5th day, the screenshots were circulating on Reddit again, this time in conspiracy and mystery subreddits. Comment sections filled with jokes, skepticism, and reminders that vague predictions happen all the time, until they didn't. On the evening of April 17th, at 9:26 p.m., a chemical storage facility near a freight rail line suffered a containment failure. Local authorities later described it as a cascading mechanical error. Residents described it differently. They heard nothing at first. Then, sirens, but not all at once. Multiple neighborhoods reported that warning sirens activated 3 minutes late, restarting unevenly, exactly as described in the Reddit post. Hospitals were overwhelmed within an hour. Trains were halted. A shelter-in-place order was issued too late to prevent exposure in nearby areas. And the emergency alert system? It failed. A routine software update earlier that day had caused a delay in outbound alerts, something that wouldn't be publicly acknowledged until weeks later. By morning, the story was national news. By afternoon, someone reposted the original Reddit screenshots again, this time side by side with official timelines. The timestamps matched, the details matched, even the phrasing. Investigators confirmed the facility had been flagged internally for safety concerns months earlier. Only a small group of employees had access to that information. None admitted to posting on Reddit. The account, U/throwaway forecast, was never recovered. No IP address was released. No explanation was given. And buried in the original post, missed by almost everyone, was one final sentence that only made sense afterward. I'm posting this because after tonight I won't be allowed to explain. So the question isn't whether the Reddit post predicted the incident. It's why someone knew just enough to warn the internet, and just enough to disappear forever.